Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and today I'm here to do my first haul revisit for 2022. So these are the books that I bought in January of 2021 that I still haven't read. We're kind of starting off this year on a high point because there are 6 of these. And that is the lowest number that I have for any haul revisit for the year going forward so far. That may change, but for now, yes. So, I will link my video down below in which I talked about how these haul revisits are going to work this year if you're interested in that. Basically, I'm going to try and read them all. There are a couple of exceptions, one of which applies this month, but let's jump into the books and I will talk about that one when we get to it. So, starting up, I have The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. I've heard amazing things about this one since buying it. I kind of bought it on a whim because it kind of had a cool title and a cool cover. I love the side and everything, and it's very much has like a look to it. And I've heard lots and lots of people talk about how much they love this. I believe the sequel is either out or coming out, and just I'm excited. Kind of in the same vein, I have another fantasy. This is The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. This is like a suffragette retelling with like Salem and witches and suffragettes and sisters and all that kind of stuff. As you can see, I did start reading it. I read 26 pages. Definitely going to have to reread those because I don't remember. I mean, I kind of remember what happened, but I feel like there's probably like some important setting up things that happened in those few pages, and I'm not going to remember the details if I just jump straight in from there, even though it's only like 26 pages. I'm kind of tempted to start this one now. I don't know, we'll see. And then I have some middle grade. I have The History of Mischief by Rebecca Higgie. I did also start reading this one. I also read 28 pages. Don't know why that was a theme. Definitely also going to have to start that again because I don't remember what happened. But yes, I have no idea what this was about anymore. But I was excited when I bought it. And then I have The Grandest Bookshop in the World by Amelia Mellor. Super excited for this one because this is set in Melbourne in 1893 in Coles Bookstore, Coles Book Arcade, which was like a huge bookstore back then. I have since learnt that I believe now where Dymocks is in the city, if you're a Melburnian and you know, or if you've been to Melbourne and you know, I believe that's where this place used to be, but that it was like the entire, well, it's not the same building, but it was there, I believe. I think I saw a plaque for it there. I may be completely making this up. I don't know. And then 2 just kind of random ones, I guess. I have Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas, which I also started. I did read 60 pages of this one. And I also, the good thing about this one is because it's a sequel to The Hate U Give, I kind of know where this is going to go, so I feel like I don't need to reread those 60 pages because it was just setting up the characters. And yeah. And then finally, this is the exception for the month, and that is Undercover Bromance by Lyssa Kay Adams. This is the second book in this series, and it is an exception because I don't have the first one. basically what happened was this was a Christmas gift from my best friend Angel with the promise that the first one would be arriving. And then the first book did arrive, but we were in lockdown, and then we just kept being in different lockdowns. So I still don't have it. I believe that I'm being given it for Christmas this year. And if that is the case, and it depends on really whether I get to see Angel in January or not, I will try and read the first one instead, and then maybe try and read this one in Feb or at a later point in the year. So those are all the ones that I have for January. I really feel like this is doable, because I also kind of feel like we're still in December, that I might actually start. This is not going to plan. I feel like I might actually start one of these and maybe finish it before 2021 is even over. So I feel like I'm not going to have to go on a book buying ban in February, which is kind of nice, because I kind of have a few things over the last few days that I've been like, oh, maybe I should get that in the new year. And I also want to, work out maybe some pre-orders that I could do, so that certain things, if I really, really want them, that come out later in the year, I can still have them, and it wouldn't encroach on any book buying bans that I was on, because I've already purchased the book. So, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Would love to hear if you've read any of these, and whatnot. So I'll see you all then. Bye.